For nearly a century, one currency ruled the world, the US dollar. But today, a new alliance of nations is quietly plotting to end that dominance. Their name is BRICS: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And their mission is simple: to rewrite the rules of global power. What we're witnessing is more than just economic competition. It's a seismic shift in the very foundation of modern wealth and control. In 2001, a Wall Street economist, Jim O'Neill, coined the term BRIC to describe the rising giants outside the West. What began as an investment banking buzzword soon became a formal alliance, a coalition of emerging powers tired of playing by America's financial rules. These weren't just developing nations anymore. They were economic titans in their own right, representing a massive share of the world's population and resources. The idea was simple but profound. If they worked together, their collective voice could no longer be ignored. What started as an idea on paper quickly materialized into action. The first BRICS summit was held in 2009, a clear signal to the world that this was more than just a concept. By 2010, South Africa joined the group, turning BRIC into BRICS and adding a crucial African dimension to the alliance. With this expansion, their combined economic might started to genuinely rival that of the G7, the traditional club of wealthy Western nations. The world was officially entering a multipolar era. Newspaper headlines captured the mood. Emerging economies unite. BRIC, the future of growth. The message was clear. A new bloc had arrived, and they weren't just here to participate, they were here to lead. For decades, global trade has revolved around one thing: the US dollar. From oil to gold, from international debt to development aid, nearly every nation needed dollars to survive and prosper. This system, known as the petrodollar system, gave the United States unprecedented economic and geopolitical leverage. If you wanted to buy oil, you needed dollars. If you wanted to trade internationally, you needed dollars. BRICS saw this dependency as both a critical weakness in the global financial architecture and an incredible opportunity. They understood that whoever controls the money controls the world. So they began to build alternatives, piece by piece. The goal was de-dollarization, a deliberate strategy to reduce their reliance on the US currency. This wasn't a hostile takeover overnight, but a steady, calculated campaign. They started encouraging trade in their own local currencies. Imagine China paying for Russian oil in yuan, or India trading with Brazil in rupees. This cuts out the middleman, the dollar, and keeps the wealth within their own economic spheres. But they didn't stop there. They began developing cross-border payment systems to bypass SWIFT, the Western-controlled global financial messaging network. And most ambitiously, they floated plans for a new BRICS reserve currency, one potentially backed by a basket of commodities like gold, oil, and other real assets, a direct challenge to the fiat nature of the dollar. In 2014, BRICS took its most concrete step yet, creating the New Development Bank, or NDB, headquartered in Shanghai. This was their direct answer to the Western-dominated International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. For years, developing nations had complained that loans from these institutions often came with strict political conditions, forcing them to adopt policies aligned with Western interests. The NDB promised something different: lending without the political strings attached. Its mission was clear: to fund infrastructure and sustainable development projects in emerging markets. And it has. From African highways connecting landlocked countries to the sea, to Asian energy grids powering a new wave of industrialization, BRICS money is visibly reshaping the map. Each new road, port, and power plant financed by the NDB represents not just economic development, but a subtle yet significant shift in influence. Power and capital were beginning to flow away from Washington and toward new centers in the East and global South. This wasn't just about building bridges of concrete and steel. It was about building new bridges of power. But power never changes hands peacefully. The West is not standing idly by as its century-long dominance is challenged. It is defending its dollar empire with the formidable weapons at its disposal: economic sanctions, trade wars, and its deep-rooted control over the global financial system. When a country is cut off from the dollar, its economy can be crippled, a powerful deterrent for any nation considering a move away from the established order. BRICS has responded not with confrontation, but with expansion. Their strategy is to build a coalition so large and economically significant that it becomes immune to Western pressure. In a landmark move, the alliance expanded, welcoming new members like Iran, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Egypt, and Ethiopia. This wasn't just about adding more flags to the summit photo. It was a strategic masterstroke, bringing in major oil producers and key geopolitical players. The battle is no longer fought with soldiers and tanks. It's fought with currencies, with data, with trade routes, and with influence. It's a new great game, and the chessboard is the entire global economy. Today, the statistics are staggering. BRICS nations now account for over 40% of the world's population and a significant chunk of global GDP. With the inclusion of Saudi Arabia and the UAE, the bloc now controls over 40% of global oil production. They also hold vast reserves of gold and other critical raw materials. The foundation for a new economic system is in place. If they succeed in building a trusted and stable alternative to the dollar, whether it's a single BRICS currency or a system of trading in local currencies, the balance of power will shift forever. We could see a world where the dollar is just one of several major global currencies, ending the era of its singular dominance. Empires rise and empires fall. It is the natural cycle of history. But this time, the revolution isn't happening on the battlefield. It's happening silently, in the bank vaults, on the trading screens, and in the digital ledgers of a new world order. The BRICS are not just challenging the old system, they are actively building a future where wealth, and the power that comes with it, flows east. The Chronicles of Capital are being rewritten before our very eyes. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the world of money and power fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to join us for our next episode.